Hey, Cancer Seeker. Welcome to the Existential Shift. I'm working with the Steampunk Tarot. Oh, let's put this on silence. So the moon is transiting your sign right now, Pisces, across from all the energy in Capricorn. Even though Pluto just left Capricorn into Aquarius, now we have Mars, Mercury, Venus. That's nice. All of that in your seventh house across from you. You might be feeling exceptionally relieved when it comes to your relationship. If you don't feel it now, just give it a little bit. It's a reading for February, by the way. Um, too many cards. Things will start feeling lighter, funner, calmer, more sane, less intense and gut-wrenching when it comes to your relationships, your partnerships. Um, if you had any lingering partnerships that were negatively karmic or just having a strong hold on you, Pluto transiting now your eighth house will cut ties there, or will make it so extreme, so bad that you will cut ties. Anyway, directly or vicariously, it will get cut off. But it will bring in such great energy. Much better, much lighter, much funner. You realize now you can have intense emotions without suffering. And that's what it will teach you. Okay. I'm available for private sessions. You can book a phone session, a video session. Link is below. There's also an option for a recorded love reading. Check it out. Check what you have over there. And if you're new to my channel and you find this reading or my messages inspiring, teaching, helpful, healing, or entertaining, any of the above, some of the above, whatever the above, be sure to subscribe to join the shift, to have more of that and echo it broader into the universe. You're like, multiverse. Okay, multiverse, sure. You got it. You're feeling all the feels of the relationship or relationships leaving your life. You're grateful, you're mature, you're smart, you're wise. You know it's for the better, but it still hurts. You're still a sentient creature with a big, big heart. There's room for everyone. So you feel it, and that's okay. You feel it and you know it's the right thing, and that is spiritual maturity. You don't suppress your feelings, you don't deny that you care, you don't deny that you're hurting to be able to move on, but you're also not feeling all the feels and having it convince you to stick around. You're feeling it and you're letting go of it. Brilliant. Brilliant. Believe it or not, but that allegedly simple thing is actually super aware, conscientious, spiritual, enlightened to a certain degree, of course. It's energy work. It's knowing how to go about life. Acknowledging how you feel and doing what needs to be done. You don't gotta love it. You don't have to love it. There we go. Two of Cups. This is the new. This is the new type of alchemy that will enter your life from relationships. Why am I saying alchemy? Well, the imagery, the yin and yang, the balancing act, the integration of two energies. You've had that, of course, the past 14 years with Pluto across from you. Alchemy, right? It's the sign of alchemy, of death and rebirth, transformation. Peeling off of layers to find the purity of the self, of the truth. But here you find you can do that and have fun. It doesn't have to be two contradicting materials that create an explosive that is dangerous and hurtful. It can be two different materials that create something harmonious and fun. Maybe it's a tasty dish. Maybe it's a fun dance, whatever. Two different individuals that complete each other, not hurt each other. Harmonious differences as opposed to conflicting differences. Ooh, 8 of Wands. Things are just start moving fast. I see a new relationship moving really fast. It's just you meet, you connect, you maybe you already know this person a little bit, maybe you already started seeing them recently, or maybe you're about to, but 2 of Cups, 8 of Wands. This is a relatively new relationship, but it's genuine, it's mutual, it's respectful, and it's passionate, and it's progressing. There's good communication, good energy, understanding of one another. You kind of speak the same language. Even if you speak different languages, the language of the soul, it's the same language. You really understand each other. King of Swords, Libra, relationship. It's both passionate and emotional and intellectual. It fits. It sits right. Okay, good reading. Good reading. I'm picking up that it reminds you of something you read about. Maybe this person reminds you of a character that you had a crush on from a book or from a movie or from a story. Um, it's like they echo something familiar, archetypal in their archetype. I'm picking something else with writing. Maybe one of you is a writer or works in writing, maybe a publisher. I don't know. It doesn't have to be. Maybe they're writing a book. Maybe you're writing a book. I don't know. But maybe you're working on something together that has to do with that. Um, maybe it's a teacher of some sort. Maybe they're teaching you something, taking notes. Five of Pentacles. Oh. Okay, there are surrounding circumstances that are societal or cultural or communal, whatever the case may be, that are difficult. Someone is, okay, so maybe one of you, so simultaneously to this thing that is evolving between the two of you, one of you, possibly this person, is also um, dealing with the hardships of society. I don't know if they're helping people in need or um, they're leading a situation that involves something like that. Um, I don't know if there's like a humanitarian crisis or just real difficulty of some sort. Um, Another thing that is coming through is that this person has come from that, or maybe they're studying about that or researching that. Like maybe they're researching history or geopolitical things or persecution of people. There's something about their intellect or about their work that is somehow about that. Um, I'm picking up on someone that has went through war somehow or has knowledge about it. 2 of Wands. And you're learning from them. Like they're opening a whole new world for you that you weren't familiar with or weren't aware of. Um, gives you like other dimensions of existence that you just weren't exposed to or weren't aware of somehow. Bottom of the deck, the devil. Wow, this reading is becoming interesting. You're learning about evil. Not you, I don't think you're facing it. I don't think it's that kind of like I don't think you specifically are suffering from it. God forbid. I mean, maybe some of you, but that's not what the reading necessarily shows. But you're somehow learning about it from this person. So it's not necessarily a fun expansion of your worldview, but it is a very educational one and important one nonetheless. Seven of Cups. I think, interesting, Cancer, I think you're like, if you thought you had a very clear set worldview and understanding of good versus bad or where things stand in the world, humanity, whatever the case, I think you're realizing that it was the tip of the iceberg, what you thought you knew, and this whole other realm of things and of just life is being showcased to you. Showcased. So for some of you, maybe it's not a romantic situation, or maybe all of this is happening in a parallel to the romantic situation that I picked up in the beginning. For some of you, uh, it's both, and for some of you, it's separate. Um, but now you're getting confused. Okay, you thought you knew, and now you're like, oh my God, there's one door leads to other doors, leads to other doors, and the more you're trying to learn about this thing, the more your head spins, and you're no longer certain of anything. What is right? What is wrong? Who is the dragon and who is the dragon slayer? The world. There is an intellectual and spiritual and emotional resolution to this. You do reach conclusions. You do connect the dots and understand what goes on, and you see the world. You now see the world in a whole other level. Um, so it's a major process of expansion of your knowledge, of your understanding. I think for many of you, it will be triggered or led by someone else, possibly um, a romantic situation and or just someone that inspires you. Could be a teacher or someone you're working with or someone you're listening to, learning from. King of Pentacles working with, possibly, but this is in your home I'm getting. Okay. It's relevant to your home or it's in your home. Maybe it's a guest or person you're introduced to that kind of completely alters your worldview. Hey, Cancer, have you read this? Have you seen this? Have you looked into this? Some of you are moving from a mindset that was really into like romance and personal relationships and the day-to-day stuff, and suddenly like the world, you realize what's going on. Maybe you pick up on something on the news, maybe you never watch the news and suddenly you start watching the news and it's a rabbit hole and your worldview gets expanded. And by the way, I think it's very important, anyone who consider themselves spiritual and empathic, you don't have to consider yourself as such. However, most people who watch my channel or even this type of videos consider themselves as such. You can't really be that without knowing what's going on in the world. Sorry, honey. Being spiritual is not about feeling good. It's not about escaping what's hard. It's okay when it's too hard and you're not a bad person, right? And that's your choice. But awareness and spirituality and empathy are intricate with knowing what's going on and understanding the world and its intricacies and what people are going through and why and the context and all of that and the history, all of it. So if you consider yourself a spiritual and empathic person and an aware person, you can't be these things while being lacking empathy to the pain of the world, while not knowing what's going on, not being aware of what's going on in the world, and not knowing the spirit of reality, aka spirituality. That's how I refer to spirituality, the spirit of reality, which is, it's just what it is. So I hate to break the bubble for some of you. I mean, you can define yourself the way you want to define it, but it won't be true unless your behavior and your choices are in alignment with it, right? If they're not in alignment with your words or self-description, then there's a dissonance, conflict, inner conflict that blocks manifestation, that blocks progression, that blocks success, that blocks true joy, uh, that blocks your inner power, your chi, your life force. So you can choose to say, I don't want to be aware and I don't want to be empathic to others. I want to focus on the self and separate myself. You can choose to say that and you can choose to do that, right? But just be in the know that if you consider yourself otherwise, there needs to be alignment, right? And I'm picking up on like, force is the wrong word, but strongly inspired um, energy that brings you into alignment, you know, like gets you into the behavior that is aligned with the claims. Oh, you're empathic, okay, but you don't feel the pain of the world and what's going on? Oh, you're conscientious and aware and into awareness, but you don't know what's going on and you don't want to know? Oh, you're a spiritual teacher and a healer. How are you to teach and to heal others through what it is they're going through if you don't know what they're going through? Someone calls you, book a session from Sudan, and they're a Christian who's persecuted there, who's been going through, actual genocide in Sudan. So, but but you have no idea. You have no idea that that's what they're going through. You'd be like, "Hey, that's so cool. You're from there. Wait, what are you? You're a Christian there? Oh, are you? What's going on? Are you okay?" You know, it's not easy, and it's okay to not want to be there, not want to do it. I'm not saying this with judgment. What is not okay is to claim your XYZ while you're not, especially when you claim responsibility for other people's well-being and healing. That's just taking advantage of them, right? Imagine going to a doctor claiming to be able to heal you and be a doctor and give you medicine, but they haven't actually studied medicine or they don't know the field that you need help with, but they claim that they do. And then they're obviously they don't have the tools to help you. They're not equipped. Are you going to appreciate that or are you going to call them fraud? This is a tough read, just the past couple of minutes, because I guess maybe some people need to hear it. I'm sure not all of you, some, and maybe just to serve a reminder. You can be whoever you want to be. Don't refer to yourself as something otherwise, because then, especially not in the healing and spiritual realms, because that's Navi Sheker, false prophet, or in modern terminology, just fraudulence. You know, you gotta be. It's important to have a sense of responsibility to people's well-being. Detach yourself from the world, boo. Do you seriously? But then that's a certain path, right? And this person is like looking at you and like it's almost like their gaze just says it all. It's like you say something, right? And they just look at you like, and immediately you understand exactly what they mean. Um, and by the way, this could all be the other way around. Maybe this is you giving that gaze to someone of like, but bottom line, you're growing there. You're or entering there into that realm of actual knowledge and actual broad perspective. Ace of Swords, and then you're set on your path because there's alignment. That's truth, and that's flow, and that's direction, and that's energy that is headed in a specific direction, hence is able to manifest things properly. There's clarity. And this is your new start. A new start as a way more expansive creature. Bottom of the deck, we'll take it. Ten of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and Justice. There could be a commitment here. There could be someone is eloping. Maybe some of you are going to Vegas to get married. But I'm seeing a mutual travel, and then things are like gluing you together. You're just glued together. I don't know if the mutual travel is based on that or meant to be that. But there, I think I don't know if you like travel together for work or for whatever or for study. Maybe there's already been something going on between the two of you, but this will just solidify it. Maybe it wasn't, just underline, and this will bring it up to the surface. Um, Simultaneously, I do see a, a, a separation. Like someone is taking, there's a couple that's being separated or taking a break or taking a time off. Um, and then possibly during that break, during that time off, another connection is being solidified. So I'm sorry if that's something you didn't want to hear. I don't know where you stand on that, but keep in mind these are general readings, so maybe just part of it resonates with you and not everything. Um, the major arcanas that I have here are the World and Justice. This is divine justice, cosmic justice, like a clear karmic resolve and release. Watch my karmic shift and liberation. The link is below. It's a special project that I did a few years ago, but it's for a decade. It applies now more than ever, actually, at these times. And there's one for each zodiac sign. I highly recommend it, especially given this combination. Karmic shift and liberation, there's one for every sign. You have the free version for Ophiuchus on YouTube if you want to check that out first before taking your sign. Yeah, a new cycle, a complete new cycle with relationship, with mindset, with understanding of the world. Amazing. Um, yeah, if you want to study tarot, check out Tarot Masterclass. Link to that is below. I get you from zero to mastery, wherever, whatever, as much as you may know about tarot, I assure you there's a very high likelihood that I will teach you something you didn't know you didn't know. um, stay magic, stay true. I love you.